the hook punch. So same thing, rifleman's posture, weight distributed into the balls of my feet, either modified isosceles or 30-degree outlet stance, hands up, eye level, arms at or beyond 90 degrees. Chin slightly down, but shoulders are kind of brought up by my blocking arms at 90 degrees. When I punch, tuck that chin into that shoulder. The hook punch. Same concept. I can warm up with my shoulder drill. And the difference only being range. So for my straight punch, I'm obviously at straight punch range. At hook punch, I'm a little bit closer. I'm starting to get into that CQB range. I'm at that range between blocking and starting to move into cover. So a prime example being that if they throw with their left arm a left cross at my head, I can slip underneath, cover, have that punch skip off my cover, and then from there come over the top of their shoulder into their jawline, and with my arm formed at a 90-degree angle, come online with those same two knuckles and just get it online and rotate with the hip. You do not wind the shoulder back, wind up, and come through. They will see that shoulder from a mile away, that movement, and they will dodge that punch. So it's just a quick bring it online, and then follow through with the hip movement. Front, rear. You can punch thumb up or thumb down. It doesn't matter. In my right hand, I tend to punch one way when I'm in a rhythm. With my left, I punch thumb up. Because of injuries in my lateral tear in my shoulder, elbow pain, thumb numbness, and a pulled bicep muscle that just hasn't healed in like 10 years, I feel more comfortable punching thumb down or thumb up on one hand and thumb down, thumb up on the other. So it all depends on you. Ultimately, what's important is you maintain that same integrity, make contact with those two knuckles. Switching the stance. The other key thing, don't forget, is if you're not at a 90 degree and you start to be at a range where your arm's not straight but a little bent, you're not throwing a hook punch anymore. If I'm at range, or let's say I use that same cover against a taller opponent and I'm at a slightly different range, I may need to come over the top to get to them and throw an over-the-top punch or a roundhouse or haymaker, whatever it is, that sort of looks like a hook, but it's out there a little bit more. It's at a different angle than a hook. A hook is that 90 degrees on line. It can be slightly angled depending on what you need, but it's at that 90 degrees. So a hook is a hook. So if you're practicing hooks, make sure your hooks are hooks. If you start chasing the bag that you're hitting and you're throwing them like that, those aren't hooks anymore. So if you're practicing your hook, the hook is a very tight movement, right? And a hook really starts to get into elbow range.